Live from Garry O'Neill Studios in Baltimore.
You're listening to the See.Plan.Do show with Garry O'Neill.
All right, here you go. DJ.
What's up, everybody? What's up? Happy Pod Day! Yeah! What's up, everybody? What's up? Welcome to the See.Plan.Do show, and welcome to a new year, everybody. If you're listening to this, guess what? You made it. So without further ado, let me introduce myself. My name is Garry O'Neill Jr. I'm a business coach, mindset coach, motivational speaker, business consultant, anything that you need me to be in that space, I got you. And so welcome to the new year. And let's go over one of the latest episodes, episode 141, entitled Meat on the Bone. All right. And that's talking about taking advantage of any opportunities coming in 2025. I know I should say pause after I said meat on the bone, but I'm not doing it. Get your mind out of the gutter. We're working here. Okay. And so I look forward. This is a really great, if I do say so myself, a really amazing episode I put together. And so we're going to be talking about how to take advantages, how to create and take advantages in this new year, how to make sure we cultivate that. I'm also going to talk about my recent trip coming back, as well as your appetizer for today, go lay down. And so without further ado, can I get to my shout outs? Of course, shout out to my pops. So if you see me out and about, if you see me on a trip, guess what? Please don't forget the junior. All right. And so let me get to my wonderful shout outs. First of the year. I'm so excited because we're in a new year. It's fresh, it's clean. But guess what? It can still be the same you. All right. The same you that was putting in work last year. We're going to keep it going. All right. So Day one, A1 listeners. All right. People that have been with me since the radio station days. Thank you. New listeners, returning listeners, Candy Corn crew, anybody, everywhere, whenever, however, what variant that you got, what time portal you went through. I am so appreciative that you've taken time out of your day, your week, your month, your morning, afternoon, evening to just take a moment and listen. All right. No matter what you're doing, wherever you are, you could have been doing anything else in the world, but you're here with me, and I do appreciate that. All right. And I look forward to making sure we rock and roll. All right. So without further ado, can we get to our first See.Plan.Do moment of the week, sponsored by Heart Savers Maryland? If you how to do CPR. So right after a brief word from my sponsors, we'll get right to it.
Are you looking to get certified in CPR, first aid, or other life-saving skills? Heart Savers Maryland is your premier CPR training facility. Individual and classroom sessions available. Schedule your training at heartsaversmd.com. Each second counts. Get trained today.
All right. So your moment of the week is entitled Jet Ski. So let me start off by apologizing. All right. If you are a fan of the show, you're a regular listener, you probably noticed that I had not done an episode in about 1 or 2 weeks. It was a Christmas season. I went on vacation, had an amazing time in Jamaica, but I definitely wanted to highlight something. I said, I can't wait to talk to my peoples about this. When I came back, I was totally hoarse because guess what? You have your mindset coach, you got your business coach, but when I go on vacation, these glasses come off and shades go on, Vacation Garry. And Vacation Garry is partying. So my voice was entirely hoarse coming back. So you couldn't get the smooth, sultry, sensual, motivating, inspiring voice that you would have got. So I said, all right, I got to heal up. I got to drink some ginger lemon tea, a little bit of turmeric, all those wonderful things. But let me show you what happened over while I was there, right? So let me just start off by saying jet skiing is not for big back, inexperienced people. So something got to change before you get on there, right? All right. So I was there. They have, of course, if you go away, you have those excursions. I said, you know what? One of the things that was available was jet skiing. So me and my cousin, guess what? We was like, you know what? We're gonna go the next morning. So we get up, we seeing the jet skiing, they shooting back and forth, looking great. They had the different jet ski cars and all these jet skis, right? And so we finally, so we set it up, and I should have known, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. I should have known. So the way they set it up is that they couldn't do it on the shore where we were. They had to take us to another area, right? So my cousin, they said, all right, we're going to take my cousin over there and they're going to come back. So they put my cousin on the back of the jet ski. They go back, right? They come get me. I should have known right there. And honestly, that probably, they probably attributed to a little knock in my confidence. So when I get on the jet ski, it ain't going into the other side like it was. It was like, I could feel like the transmission was ready to go up. I felt like it was, I ain't gonna lie, I felt a certain way that we weren't jet skiing like I saw earlier, right? So I'm gonna be honest. I even was like, man, just take me back. This ain't gonna work out, right? The guy's like, no, man, come on, man, you have a good time. All right, cool. So wind up setting it up. I wound up getting on, and I'm gonna be honest, like, again, because my confidence was already low, a knock at my confidence, any little thing, really disrupted it. So they would, we had to sign a contract, and the contract said, hey, if you flip over the jet ski, you owe $500, stuff like that. So I'm finally on the jet ski. He says, hey, man, you just gotta go, right? Man, so you would think in my mind, I'm like ready to go. I'm from Baltimore. We got 12 o'clock boys, all that stuff. No, man, that ain't worked out for me. So I could admit that I was hesitant in going, right? And as I was like hesitant, guess what? The waves came, pow, hit me. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I went ass first in the water. Going behind first in the water is crazy, right? Now, I'm gonna be honest. I was disappointed because I ain't really go for it as I should have. But going behind first in the water. Now, if you have not met me in real life, I'm 6'8". I've had the luxury of not ever being in water over 6 feet. So I ain't really got to do a lot, right? Man, I hit that water, had my life vest on. I lost my shades, but guess what? Detour sunglasses gave me another pair, ready to rock and roll. But because I didn't really go for it and that wave hit me and I went flying off of the jet ski, I should have got back on it, but I ain't do it, man. I said, you know what? I'll try again. But the valuable lesson that I want to share with you for this moment of the week is don't play with opportunities. Be ready for the opportunities and don't play with it. Had I had just went, then the waves that were coming wouldn't have affected me because I'm going over top of the waves. I'm going over top of it. But instead, because I was I had a knock on my confidence and I should have regained it by the time I went to get on the jet ski, my confidence was already a little from a 10 to maybe a 7. And then being a little nervous brought it down from a 7 to like a 5. And then that wave came and boom. So I just want to leave you with that is that when you are getting into a situation, it's understandable to be a little nervous. Maybe your little confidence might take a little waver, but guess what? Be confident in yourself, be confident in your abilities, and just go ahead and go through it. So that is your See.Plan.Do moment of the week. And I vow, because let me tell y'all something. So when I went back to shore, right? Because we wound up just taking it back, and my cousin was going and having a good time. And when he got done, instead of saying, man, it's okay, man, they telling me it's okay. All right, don't worry about it. But when he get back, now they telling him I was scared. Like you had to do all that, So I vow that the next time I get on a jet ski, I'm going to be ripping it. I'm going to be ripping and running on that jet ski. So hopefully that story gave you some type of confidence that when we're going into this new season, this is day 1 of 2025. If you have a new situation, something, be prepared, be ready to go. And guess what? Let's get it. All right. That's your See.Plan.Do moment of the week. All right. Let's get to our Greenlight Entertainment song of the week. And of course, if you're listening to this right after a brief commercial announcement, you hear our song of the week. If you are watching me on YouTube or wherever you're watching me, you know how it goes. It really can't really show the song. But if you go to the playlist right underneath, if you're watching YouTube, I've made a playlist of all the songs, all of weekly songs, all the vibes. So get into it. So again, right after a brief word from our another sponsor, we'll get right to it.
Having a wedding, birthday party, or other social or corporate event, contact Greenlight Entertainment today. With our experienced DJs, quality sound, and professional service, we look to make your event the event. Check us out on the web at www.greenlightentertain.com. With Greenlight Entertainment, you have the green light.
All right. So again, episode 141, meat on the bone, taking advantage of opportunities. So let me just let's get to our appetizer, right? Our appetizer is called Go Lay Down. And so what I want to offer you is that in this new year, I want to offer you and challenge you to do 6 types of rest in this new year. Number 1, mental rest. All right. Take a break. Take a break from thinking, overthinking. Go meditate, go for a walk, be one with nature. Just take a mental break. Get that mental rest. Number 2, physical rest. I always like to highlight to people that a lot of people, we may have different sets of problems, but if you have a health problem, you only have one problem. So I challenge you in this year, if you're listening to this day 1 of 2025 or any of the new years, whenever you're listening to this, I challenge you right now to set up all of the different tests you can do, blood work, physicals, all those wonderful things. So that way you can put a plan together. So physical rest, making sure you sleep well. All right. At least get 6 to 8 hours of sleep. I know that some people say, well, I can't do that. Just try your best. Your body needs to rest and heal. Stretch, stretch daily. Make a stretching routine. There's so many things on YouTube or out here to help you stretch, exercise, and also relax. Okay. Put your body in a physical state of rest. Number 3 is emotional rest. All right. Be true to your feelings. Okay. Be true to yourself. Be true to your feelings. And if you need to, say no or yes, whatever it is. All right. Because when you're not true to yourself and you're not saying what you really want to say, you're not allowing yourself to feel how you want to feel, you know what happens? You get all that energy and that emotional distress stored up, and that makes its way to physical. So let's make sure that we are getting that emotional rest. Okay. All right. Social rest. Recharge. Just like your phone, just like your electronics. Recharge alone, right? Take a moment, recharge alone or with close friends. All right. You don't have to be outside every week. All right. You don't have to be outside. You don't have to be around groups of people. Just take that moment, take a step back, recharge by yourself, recharge with super close friends. All right. Just make sure you take a social rest. Even get off social media. All right. Get off social media, especially if you're going through something. Now, I'm not saying to not get off of it completely, but a lot of times in my experience, especially with clients, if you're going through something, you're taking a tremendous amount of time on keep talking about the issue. You keep talking about the issue. You keep saying all these subliminal things, all these posts and stuff like that to keep going back to what you're going through. Take a break. Go heal. If you had a wound right now, and I teach CPR, if you had a wound, you're going to apply pressure to it and wrap it up and let it sit. You're not going to keep picking at it every day. If you pick at it, not going to heal. Okay. Number 5, which is a spiritual rest. Guess what? Whatever deity, whatever you pray to, I offer that you take time to find meaning, the meaning of life, find meaning in all these different things that's happening, right? Spend time in nature, prayer, meditate. Maybe you want to go to a religious area, whether it's a mosque or a church, or even if you're just with yourself, just take that time to get a spiritual rest, whatever that looks like to you. And last but certainly not least, sensory rest. All right. Again, unplug from the screens. They are designed to do these things. We got bells, whistles. I'm pretty sure if you're like me, which is something I'm committed on doing, within the first 30 minutes of waking up, I'm already checking my phone. God dang, you don't even know if you can walk. You don't even know if you can walk yet. And you're already checking your phone, right? So let's just make sure we take time to unplug from screens, enjoying quiet time. So just making sure those things, again, those 6 things is mental rest, physical rest, emotional, social, spiritual, and sensory rest. Those are the 6 type of rest. Go lay down somewhere that I'm offering to you for 2025. All right. Or any year that you're watching this. All right. That it still rings true no matter what year you're watching this. All right. So let's get to our entree, our wonderful, delicious entree of this episode. And again, Garry O'Neal Jr., Happy New Year. All right. If you're looking at this the first day, like Happy New Year, you're here. Right now, let me give you the background on why I came out with this episode. Right. I love wings. And if you've watched this show and you know that I have guests on the show, one of the things that we do in Fuego Rapido is that I ask you, what type of wings do you like? Flats or drums or whatever, right? Flavor of wing. I recently saw, and it's actually the artwork. If you go to the page, it's the artwork for this episode. There's like a wing eating chart. So like one would be like, clearly somebody took like 1 or 2 bites, all the way to like 4 or 5 where it's like completely off. Me, if I'm eating a wing, I'm eating all of it, right? There is nothing left if I eat a wing. And so I brought that to, I thought about that like, man, how many people eat wings and just take 1 or 2 bites? That's not enough for me, right? And so I said, you know what? We also can equate that to opportunities. Just thinking about 2024, 2023, or any year previous to the one that you're in now. How many opportunities do you think you left on the table? How much meat do you think you left off the bone? Right? Myself, I know that there are some opportunities I should have been diving into, right? So when we're talking about we're not leaving meat on the bone, we're taking advantage of all and every opportunity that aligns with what we want to do into the new year. All right. So let's go over. I got 7 things for you before we roll out of here. So let's get to number 1. Stay prepared. All right. If you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. We always hear that, right? So being ready with your skills, your knowledge, as well as continuously learn will help you recognize and take advantage of opportunities when they show up. Because opportunities are just going to creep up and pop up. And are you ready for those opportunities? Do you have everything that you need in reference to these opportunities? All right. Think about right now, if somebody rode up to you and they had a car that you really wanted, if you already have been saving and have money, you could take advantage of that. You could take advantage of that opportunity. Let's say they're selling it for thousands of dollars less than what it was, and it's in perfect condition. You might say, oh, you know what? I'm glad I've been saving. I'm glad I have been taking care financially of what I need to do. And now I can take advantage of this opportunity. So stay prepared. Number 2 is network. One of my favorite coaches of all time, Robert Pruitt, says if it's in the chair, it's in the room. Meaning that a lot of times what you're looking for, what you want, really comes down to networking. All right. You may be able to network with other people, places, things. All right. Building those relationships. When you build the relationships with people, guess what? You go to events, you join online communities, you go to, different things that are happening. You are connecting with other people that might be able to offer you opportunities. As a CPR, as a person who owns a CPR business, DJ business, consulting, a lot of business comes from my relationships with people. They say, you know what? I know somebody who could do this. Every day, I'm so thankful and grateful of getting tagged on social media by people who want different things. Does anybody know a coach? Does anybody know a CPR instructor? Does anybody know a DJ? I get tagged every day. And you know what I do? I make sure that I'm tagging people every day or connecting people, not just online, but offline, speaking people out there. Say, you know what? I know a perfect person that could do this for you. Using, making sure you network and building your relationships with people. All right. Skill is one thing, being prepared is another thing, but also having that network can get you right in the door. All right. Number 3, embrace change. You have to embrace change if you're looking for new opportunities. All right. Being open to new situations and experiences. Being able to pivot. If I'm able to pivot, right, and I'm able to be flexible, it allows me to take advantage of unexpected opportunities when they show up. But if you're rigid and you're only staying in one space, guess what? You may have opportunities just zipping by you. And if you would have just turned right here, bam, opportunity right here for you. All right. So embrace that change, being able to be open and flexible. Right. Number 4 is set clear goals. That should have been probably number 1. Setting clear goals allows you to be able to define exactly what you want. If right now you're leaving out today, let's say you leave out today and you want to go somewhere and you type in your GPS. If you don't put a destination in your GPS, it's just going to say you're home. It's just going to show you where you're at. But once you put in a destination, hey, I want to go to Vegas. I want to go to the mall. I want to go to a restaurant. Then it starts working. And I invite that for you. Okay. So being able to define what success looks like to you, write it down. What does success look like to me? All right. That creates opportunities because now you're focused. Now you have your blinders on because now you're only going to focus on situations and you're going to start moving in directions to things that align with what you want to do, with your ambition, your goals, right? So if I say, hey, I want to be a fitness instructor, then guess what? All of my behaviors and actions and what I'm looking at only focuses on that. All right. And that's number 4. Number 5 is take the goddamn risk. The safe ship never leaves the shore. I believe that's the phrase. If I'm wrong, just correct me. All right. But don't correct me like out loud because I don't want to jack you up. But I believe the phrase is the safe ship never leaves the shore. But that's not what a ship is designed for. Go take the risk. All right. Step outside your comfort zone. I made an episode inside your comfort zone will kill you. All right. Your comfort zone will not have the new opportunities for you. All right. You need to break out the box, try different things, try new things. All right. And some people say, well, I don't like trying new things. You had to have tried new things. Social media wasn't a thing years ago. When I first started recording, I didn't have this set up, but I'm trying new different things and I'm taking the risk. Take the investment. Some people don't want to spend money on an investment. That doesn't make sense. Invest, take the risk. You can take a calculated risk, but take the risk. That's where the reward is. All right. If you never try, you'll never get what you want. And sometimes people say, oh, well, I'm upset because I'm not getting what I want. You don't get what you want. You get what you work for. Take the risk. Jump out there. Who knows what's going to happen? We always want the sure thing, but we don't know what the sure thing is. And a lot of times, break out of that ATM mentality. And what I mean by that is think about going to an ATM. You're making simple transactions. I'm putting money in, I'm getting money back. I'm putting money in, I'm getting money back. But guess what? If you have like a stockbroker mentality, I'm investing, I'm growing, I'm watching, we go from there. All right, that's number 5. Take that risk. Jump out here. Number 6, stay positive. Probably should have been number 2. All right. Positivity attracts opportunities. I know a person, and I'm pretty sure you as well, know people that you could have probably recommended them for something, but their behavior, how they carry things may have said, hey, you know what? I'm not going to do that. All right. Positivity attracts opportunities. All right. Having a positive mindset sets you up for success. Here's a spoiler alert. Everyone fails. So if your mentality is that I am not going to do something because I'm afraid of failing, when logically and historically everyone fails, that's not a positive mindset. Go into it positively. It's going to work out. All right. it encourages you, when you have that positive mindset, it encourages you through those tough times where things may not be working out right now. But repeat after me right now, it will work out if you want it to. And number 7. And so let me recap. All right. Before I give you number 7, number 1 is stay prepared. Number 2 is network. Number 3 is to embrace change. Number 4 is to set those clear goals. Number 5 is take the risk. Number 6 is stay positive. And number 7, act proactively. Man, if you think that an opportunity that you have not went out and ventured for is just going to fall in your lap, I'm not saying it will never fall in your lap, but there are opportunities right outside waiting for you. All you got to do is go outside and get it. If you think that you're just going to sit here and just listen for an opportunity and get motivated by a podcast or something you watch on TV and that's it, and you don't go out here and get it, it's not going to happen. You need to jump out there, act proactively, right? Research, identify trends, collaborate with people, create your own projects. If you want something to happen, you can start by making it, right? I don't have to wait for a network, Netflix or my local radio station or anybody to jump out here and do what I'm doing now. So if tomorrow one of them says, hey, you know what? We need a life coach. We need a business coach to have a show for. I can go to them and say, well, I've already done 141 episodes. Take advantage and listen to any of them, right? So take advantage, act proactively, jump out there. You ain't got to wait for it. Go make it happen. All right. So those are 7 things on how we can take advantage of opportunities in the year. And that is the end of our show. Hopefully you liked it. If you did like it, please comment, like, share, subscribe. So, share it with people who you think are leaving meat on the bone. All right. Again, I'm not saying pause. I should say pause, but I'm not saying pause. All right. Not saying it this year. All right. And so, as always, you can catch each and every episode weekly, hot, fresh, ready to go. And everywhere you're watching podcasts or you're listening to podcasts, anywhere on your DSPs. If you're looking to be a guest on the show, if you want to take advantage of subscription opportunities, or you want to have your wonderful commercial on here, you want to sponsor an episode, please hit me up. My contact information is always going to be around. And as always, thank you. I started this a couple of years ago. I'm still going hot, fresh, ready. I enjoy doing this. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. You are the best part of the show. So until we see each other again, because we'll see each other, until we talk again, and until we share those special, special moments again, think about how many special moments were shared yesterday. As the ball dropped, what were you doing? Right? Were you celebrating with friends? Were you meditating? Those are special moments. We're in a new special moment right now. And as my wonderful, amazing cousin said while we were on vacation, what's more special than tomorrow? All right. Your life coach loves you. All right. Share this with 3 people. And also remember and tell yourself it will work out. Go get some buffalo wings on me. Same life coaching time, same life coaching channel. See ya. Happy New Year.